Oscillators and percolators. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Top of the morning to you. I'd like to welcome all my American friends. I'd like to welcome all my British friends. I'd like to welcome all my friends from the UK, all my friends from Australia, all my friends from Europe. Welcome to Oscillators and Percolators. Beautiful morning here on the ranch, as they say in the USA. An absolutely beautiful morning. I couldn't have asked for a better morning to be talking about the subject of Behringer, synthesizers, and the state of the company of Behringer. I couldn't ask for a better morning for it. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the chat. Today we're talking about Behringer and the problem with Behringer. What's up, Etanian? Welcome. Top of the morning to you, mate. Hope you're having a great day. Today we're talking about Behringer. Behringer's a company that... What's up, EQ? How's it going, mate? Appreciate you. Beautiful morning here on the farm. How's everybody doing? You at work or what? Yes, sir. This is my European shades I have on here, mate. European shades for a European morning. Since we're talking about a European company, apparently Moog have courted the Synth Samurai. We've gotten a few emails from certain people. They're wondering if the Samurai would consider buying a Moog, a mini Moog. And that's something that I've been contemplating for a few weeks now, is picking up a mini Moog. But today the topic is Behringer. Behringer's the hottest topic on the internet right now. Sometimes my accent changes as the show progresses, so bear with me. Behringer's the top news in the internet now, all over the news. Behringer this, Behringer that, Behringer this, Behringer that. Behringer's great, Behringer's poor, Behringer's amazing, Behringer's horrible. Behringer, 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 Behringer. All I hear is Behringer. I like presets too, mate. I love presets, mate. I'm a preset cowboy. When I get a synthesizer, I take the presets and I tweak them a little bit and I'll make them my own. I guess you could say I clone presets. I'm a preset cloner. So around these parts, I'm known as a preset cloner. I take the presets from a synthesizer and I clone the presets and I make my own presets. But don't go telling anybody that. You'll get Synth Samurai in trouble, my son. So the problem with Behringer is today, Behringer has three big problems. The theses of the issues with Behringer relate to three big problems. Behringer got, yeah, rumors are, Behringer's been quite the lad, hasn't he? So the three big problems with Behringer are, number one, Behringer needs more marketing to prove that their quality is up to par with the big boys. Now, you know who the big boys are. The big boys are Moog, Oberheim, Arturia, Roland, Korg. I think that's it. Moog, oh sorry, God forgive me, Sequential, okay? That's the big boys. And I believe Behringer's got a problem there. Behringer got a problem there. Behringer hasn't proven to the elite of the synthesizer customers that their products are of top quality. They got issues with knobs, mate. They got issues with knobs. And everybody likes a good knob. Nobody wants to twiddle a knob and have it fall off on the floor. And then you got your boots on coming in from out in the farm and you crush a knob on the floor. No one wants to be crushing knobs, mate. Who got the best build quality of all the synthesizer companies now? That's what I'm wondering. Who's actually got the best build quality of all the synthesizer companies? If you ask me, it's Arturia. Arturia's got the best build quality. It's number one in build quality is Arturia. Built like a tank. You wouldn't know if it was made from parts from World War II, from the Sherman tanks. They're built like tanks, mate. Every knob is quality on an Arturia. It's got a rubbery feel to it. It's like it was dipped in angel rubber. It's like Arturia's got 3,000 fairies working in the factory. And I mean fairies with wings. Relax. 3,000 fairies working in the factory. And they're all dipping the knobs in fairy rubber. What's up, Thomas John? How you doing, mate? Good morning, top of the morning to you here. We're talking about Behringer this morning and the problems they've got. So the first problem they got is they haven't done enough marketing to let the big dogs know that the build quality is solid, because everybody still relates it to those damn 303s in the RD6, which are plastic. They're friggin' plastic, but the problem is they cloned a plastic. So they actually did it perfectly, if you ask me, but when you look at a Behringer, what's up, T. Adams? When you look at a Behringer and you look at a TD303 or an RD6, they're made of plastic. And that gives the impression of poor quality. This is the issue that Korg has at the moment and Roland has at the moment, is their products are made of plastic. And plastic is associated with poor quality. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Give me a thumbs up in the chat. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Plastic is associated with poor quality. Metal is associated with high quality. Pressed wood is associated with poor quality. Solid oak and Appalachian cherry is associated with high quality. Do you understand what I'm saying here? That's the problem. It's a simple solution, mate. What's happening, Wims? It's a simple solution. Make your TD303s and your RD6s out of Appalachian cherry. Okay? Make your TD303s and your RD6s and the RD78 to come. Make it with Appalachian cherries. Okay? And send everybody a little bottle of cherries with it. Those mochaccino cherries that everybody loves in their drinks. Okay? Make your TD303 with some Appalachian cherry. And throw in a bottle of mochaccino cherries for the Behringer Bros, alright? Because the Behringer Bros are out of control. What's up, BKJ? The Behringer Bros are out of control, my son. They're absolutely lost their minds. But one thing the Behringer Bros have done correctly is they've budgeted properly. And now they've filled their studios with about 16 or 17 synthesizers for the price of one of the big boys. That's one thing the Behringer Bros have done. That's one thing the Behringer Bros have done. Throw a like in the comments if you're here. Like and subscribe if you like what I'm saying. My son, we're just drinking coffee today. Boy, it's mushroom coffee. Now back to the second point. Plastic lasts forever unless you crack it. And even when you crack it, you can grab your blowtorch and you can seal it back together. So maybe plastic is high quality. Do you know what I'm saying? Wood rots. Metal rusts. Plastic lasts forever. I got a couple keyboards up in the attic, my son, that are made of plastic, and you wouldn't know if they were made today, but they were made about 35 years ago. 35 years ago I got keyboards upstairs made of plastic. So there needs to be a new marketing campaign for plastic. How can somebody come out and say that some of these environmentalists out there, they'll come out and they'll say plastic lasts forever. It never degrades. You can bury it and dig it up 3,000 years later. You can bury it and dig it up. Plastic lasts forever, but yet it's associated with low quality. I just can't understand it, and I think it's a marketing issue. So if I were to think about it, plastic is high quality. It's the highest quality because it lasts forever. And if you don't believe me, go ask Greenpeace. They'll tell you it lasts forever. They're called forever chemicals for a reason, boys. They're called forever chemicals for a reason, fellas. Because they last forever. Number two, the second problem Behringer got at the moment. And I'm going to use number two as the biggest problem. The second problem Behringer has at the moment is it needs to stop cloning products. And I love products. I love products. I love products whether they're cloned. I love them whether they're brand new. I love them whether they're old, whether they're young. I love products in general. But Behringer got to stop cloning their products. What's up, Inky the cat? How you doing there, mate? Top of the morning to you. We're just talking about the problems Behringer got. And the problem number two in my thesis this morning is Behringer needs to stop cloning products and stop. Okay, let me rephrase that, boss. Behringer needs to stop cloning products. The crack's all right, my brother. You all right? Behringer needs to stop cloning as many products, okay? Behringer needs to stop cloning products. Behringer needs to stop cloning products and start branding their gear with their own names, all right? The DeepMind 12, a revolutionary synthesizer at an extreme price point, extreme low price point that brought so many new enthusiasts to the market. That's what they did. They brought out the Neutron. Personally, I've got the Neutron up in my top shelf there. A genius product. They got the Proton coming. They made the Model 15. They should have called that something else and put some different colors on it. You know what they should have called that? They had the Neutron. They should have called it the Supernova. They should have called it the Supernova, boy. If they would have took the Model 15 and not associated it with that Mogi grandmother, and they would have not associated it with the Model 10 of Moog from the past, they could have called it the Supernova and put a space team on the front of it. Now that would have been revolutionary and sold it for $299. I just got to figure out what Behringer's up to, boy. Next thing up, they got these 16 voice polyphonic aftertouch by Timbrel with vintage vibes, atrophy settings out the wing. They got eight modes of atrophy settings on that UBXA thingy they made, my son, and they called it a UBXA as an old Tommy Oberheim. Okay? The old Tommy Oberheim, I think, loved it. This was before he got his name back. Before he got his name back, old Uli came out and he said, "Tommy, my boy, we still got your name, my son, but we wants to make a clone for you as a tribute to you, boy." And a lot of people just didn't understand that. The sense of humor's gone. The sense of humor's gone, boy. So back to my second point. Behringer needs to start focusing on releasing their own products with their own names. Scrap the Neptune. Disassociate with the Juno altogether. Don't even talk about the Juno. Don't put no Juno colors. Make your own colors. There's so many colors to choose from. Make your own colors. Next, what you want to do, you want to take the JT16. Disassociate that with the profit boys. Get rid of your association with these companies. You're your own company now, Behringer. You got your own style now, Behringer. You got your own way of doing things now, Behringer. All right? So number one. I think I forgot what number one was. Number two. Get back to making your synthesizers with your own names. The DeepMind 12, the Neutron, the Proton, the Supernova, the Donny Goes By, the Pint of Guinness. Or you can't use Guinness, sorry. The Pint of Stout. Make the Stout. Make the Stout synthesizer all black with a bit of brown. That's what I'm thinking. What's up, Machines One? How you doing this morning, mate? Since Samurai's taking the day off today, boys, he sent me down here to do oscillators and percolators with you. He's upstairs. He's upstairs in the lab, my son. He's up there 24/7. I don't know what he does up there, but something always comes out. So since Samurai sent me down here today, do a little damage control for last time, my son. So the Behringer .0 Stout is the name. The Behringer .0 Stout. 16 voices, dark stout. That's what they should call it. The Behringer Dark Stout. Remove the JT16 from the title. The Behringer Dark Stout. That's what they needs to do now. Another thing Behringer needs to do too. Number 3. We're only going to do 3 points here today. How you doing, Frankie Manhans? Top of the morning to you, mate. The other thing Behringer needs to do here this morning is this is the 3rd point. They need to create some type of event where the Behringer boys, the Moogers, the Sequis, and the Arties can all come together and play around with some Behringer synthesizers together as one. All right? That's what they need to do. Make an event where you come together and you play your Behringer synthesizers together as a community. Create a community. Stop with the fighting. Stop with the fighting, boys. There's no reason out there, the Moogers and the Behringer bros and the Arties and the Sequis. There's no reason, and the Novies. There's no reason we all can't get along, boys. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's too much fighting going on there. There's way too much fighting going on here. One thing that unites us all is we all love sounds. We all love music. We all love synthesis. We all love it. Sometimes, some people think we love it too much, mate. They think we love it too much. Some people think we love it too much, but everybody loves something. All right? Everybody loves something. What are you guys' thoughts on this today? What you think Behringer could do to improve? What you think Behringer could do to improve? What you think Behringer could do to change the style that they got, mate? What you think they could do? One thing I will say about Behringer, though, they can take criticism like the best of them, though. They can take it, boy. They can take a punch. They can take a smack, my son. They don't mind going out for a goal. I tell you that right now. One thing about Behringer, boy, if you crack them, they'll crack you back. It don't matter if you're a company. It don't matter if you're an influencer. It don't matter if you're some grandmother walking down the road who says, F Uli, they're coming for you. And those Behringer bros, my son, when they mount up, look out. They're riding in on digital Mustangs, my son, into the comment section. And they'll ride in and ride out as quick as they got in, the quickest they'll get out. My son, I love a Guinness myself. Now, one beer. I got to talk to you about this beer right now. Forged Irish Stout by my mate Conor McGregor from Dublin. He's some crack, my son. Conor McGregor from Dublin has got Forged Irish Stout, and that actually tastes better than Guinness, I tell you that right now. Go pick up a Forged Irish Stout. Beautiful can, beautiful labelling, amazing marketing. Pick up a can of Forged Irish Stout. Change your life, my son. There's a rumour going around that old Guinness, Arthur Guinness, this is allegedly. There's a rumour going around about Arthur Guinness that he sold out back in the day. He came out, look at the harp. Look at the harp on the Guinness can. The harp in the symbol of Ireland's one way, and the harp on the symbol of the Guinness can is reversed, is mirrored. And there's rumours, this is allegedly, all allegedly, that Arthur Guinness back in the day got brought in by the Redcoats, turned around, and he got made to sign a contract. And the symbol of that is the reversed harp. That's a rumour. Go look into it. I heard that on the internet the other day from Conor McGregor. Now he's in competition because he's got Forged Irish Stout. So it could be just a play for some marketing. I don't know these days, boys. These days marketing's out of control. I need to address one thing as well. Right now. The Synth Samurai is not on the Behringer payroll. He's not on the Behringer payroll. Alright? Everybody keeps saying he's on the Behringer payroll. He's not. I'll tell you right now, he's not on the Behringer payroll. The Synth Samurai's on nobody's payroll. He's only on one man's payroll. And the first letter of his name starts with J. And you know who he is. The King of Kings. The Prince of Princes. The Lord of Light. The big guy. That's who Synth Samurai's payroll is. So anyway, that's my thoughts on Behringer this morning. I'm looking forward more or less these days. I'm looking forward to Oberheim. Oberheim and the TE-05 is what I'm looking forward to. Yeah, a lot of people think that Carlsberg is a nasty old beer, isn't it? What they making over there in the UK these days when it comes to beer? My lord. That nasty old Carlsberg. Carlsberg wrote Synth Samurai the other day and they said, we wants to sponsor your show, Synth Samurai. Synth Samurai said he ain't doing it. There's no way he's being sponsored by Carlsberg. That's a rumour, allegedly. Can't back it up. But I was told by a few people that Carlsberg tried to sponsor Synth Samurai and he said no. And the reason he said no is because Nick Batt doesn't like Carlsberg. And if Nick Batt don't like it, the Synth Samurai don't like it either. For $1,499, the TE-05 to me is the best bang for your buck for a 5-voice polyphonic vintage analog sounding synthesizer, full modulation, absolutely fantastic, SEM filter, vintage sound. I mean, I don't know if you can beat the TE-05 right now for $1,500. What can you beat it with? The Rev 2, everybody says the Rev 2, the Rev 2, the Rev 2, the Rev 2, the Rev 2. I'm sick and tired of hearing about the Rev 2. My inbox in there is filled with Rev 2. I opened it up the other day, there was 45 messages telling me to get the Rev 2 instead of the TE-05. I couldn't believe it. But now bang for your buck, maybe the Rev 2, 16 voice is the way to go, I don't know. It's a hard call, it's a rough call. Anybody got the time there? USA time, Eastern. I gotta get to work. I need to be out of here by 9 a.m. If you guys can let me know when it's 9 a.m. because I don't wear a watch. I don't like watches because it makes me feel like somebody's watching me. Do you know what I mean? I feel like if I wears a watch, I feel like someone's watching me. They're counting down the minutes to me life and they want me to watch them go by. That's why I don't wear a watch. The missus asked me, why don't you wear a watch? I said, I don't like people watching me. And time watches you. 8:50, I got 10 minutes there, machine one. Yeah. So listen, lose your watch. You don't need no watches unless it's an investment in the future. Because a lot of people don't know watches are investments. They're like gold and silver. They appreciate over time. Everyone wonders why Floyd Mayweather got 52,000 watches. Because when he bought them, they were worth this, and now that he got them, they're worth this. You can cash them in, you can exchange them just like you can gold and silver. There's a Mrs. Samurai, my son, you're sure damn right there is. The Mrs. Samurai runs the roost. She's a legend. Maybe one day you'll end up meeting her. You'll end up meeting her one day. That's her garden back there we've been planting together. Absolute beautiful garden. We got some cucumbers, some tomatoes, some potatoes, some cabbage, some purple cabbage, some jalapenos, some hot peppers. We got some sunflowers coming up. What else we got back there? Some squash, zucchini. We got zucchinis this big back there, mate, coming up. I'll take some pictures later on and show you. I'll tell you what, lad. I'll tell you what, lad. I think I'm starting to fall in love with the Mogers, and the Seekies, and the Arties, and the Novies, and the Rollies, and the Korgis. I'm falling in love with them all, boy. I love every single synthesizer out there. I love everyone deeply. I love them with the bottom of my heart. People think Synth Samurai's a member of the Behringer Bros. You guys got another thing coming, my son. He's a Korgi. Synth Samurai's a Korgi. He not a Behringer Bro, fellas. He's taking you for a swing. He's running you around the track, boys. The Synth Samurai's a Korgi. He's a Korgi, boy. He got 5 Korgis in his studio. He's got the Korg Mod Wave. He's got the Korg Op 6. He's got the Korg Wave State. He's got the Korg Drum Log. And he's got the Mini Log XD. And he give away a Korg Voca to his buddy. You guys think Samurai's a Behringer Bro, boy? He's taking you for a run. He's taking you for a run, my son. He's a friggin' Korgi through and through. Been a Korgi since the get-go. Do we got any Korgis in the chat? Do we got any Korgis in the chat today? Throw a little dog emoji in the, throw a little doggy in the chat if you're a Korgi. Prologue's one of the most underrated synthesizers out there, and I got some breaking news for you. Korg is about to bring out the Prologue Mark II. The Prologue Mark II with polyphonic aftertouch. 16 voice. We got a Korgi here. What's up, Frankie, my boy? We got a Korgi. If I could get hold of that PS 3300, my son, I'd be happy as a pig, and you know what? Sure, I don't know the name of it. It's not going to be called the Mark II, but the next iteration of the Korg is coming. The Prologue. I don't know if I like the name the Prologue, to be honest with you. The monologue and the prologue, what else could they call it? What's another log they could come up with? Any ideas? Any ideas what a new name for the prologue could be? We got the monologue, we got the prologue. I think something like the galactic log. How about the star log? There we got it, fellas. The monologue, the mini log, the prologue, and the star log. Starlog. Starlog 16, like our show Star Trek from back in the day. Starlog 16. Let's do a little marketing commercial for Korg.
Coming to you now, Korg Starlog 16 voice, polyphonic aftertouch. Bitimbral, multi-timbral, every timbral. It's the Starlog. Log your dreams in the skies with Korg Starlog.
Starlog 17. 17 voice. Buck the trend, boys. Buck the trend. Starlog 17. That's what we're going for here, I think. Mini-log, monolog, prolog, Starlog. That's it, boys. Someone send Korg the clip, the Starlog 17. Out of this world. That's the marketing campaign. Starlog 17. Out of this world. Log your journey to space. Starlog. All right, boys, I got to get to work here now. Thanks for, I appreciate, give a shout out to Synth Samurai for letting me join the stream this morning. He's busy up in the studio working on the Kumite Week 8. He's working on Kumite Week 8. He's working his nuts off, boys. And he's working on Week 8 show now, thinking of ideas. He's thinking on the word show. And he asked me to come down here and host oscillators and percolators for you this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's hope Behringer switches some things up into the future. And just remember, Synth Samurai is not a Behringer, bro. He's a Corgi. I didn't mean to out him. He's a Corgi. All right? He's a Corgi. What's up, Hans Volt? You just missed the show, my son. Synth Samurai's up in the studio, boy. Synth Samurai's a Corgi. Now, don't forget to have your lucky charms. Fairies are real. And watch out for leprechauns, all right? And you can find the end of the rainbow if you just look for it. The end of the rainbow's right there. I've been at the end of the rainbow. Samurai's been at the end of the rainbow. I'll post a picture later today of Samurai found the end of the rainbow. If you don't believe me, I'll post a picture to the community forum later on this afternoon. Samurai found the end of the rainbow. That's oscillators and percolators. Sloo, sloo.